can't be who I think it is.
By the peg leg performance.
A large Aumaua sailor sits on the docks, broad shoulders hunched forward, back bowed. When he shifts, his blue-green skin ripples over his hulking muscles.
Ain't no cruel eye of me. What good's a pirate who can't see? Forget navigating by the stars or shooting a pistol. I can't even swing a sword accurately now. Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
What's your story?
Is this what my life boils down to? A moment of entertainment for others?
You might as well get paid for something.
I was a bosun not so long ago, and a damn good one at that. But I took a shot to the face, see?
Aye.
Didn't lose much skin, but the flash burned out me eyesight. I can't make out so much as a blurry shape more than a foot away. Makes me right useless on a crew now, don't it? No one will have me for work.
I would have taken you, but there's no option for that. Well, here you have some copper.
Andra's blessings to you for sharing, sailor.
You're welcome.
That was a disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one.
Arms flailing wildly before her, the stage performer shoots the other actors from the set. Shoots, not shoots. Oh.
A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what, everything.
Okay.
My troop's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm. We haven't drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks. But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers. I just know my play would take off.
What's your play about?
Only the biggest thing to hit the Deadfire since the Valian Trading Company started hunting us like sea hounds.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
I'm talking about Aethus storming through the archipelago and capsizing nearly a whole fleet of our ships.
Oh, that. What would you need to improve the play?
A better Aethus, for one. I'm the tallest one in our troop. I'm still not very convincing, even when I bother to dye my skin blue.
Blue? Wait.
Also, our special stage effects aren't all that special anymore. We had someone for that role, but she got herself into debt and has a new job at the King's Coffin.
Okay, I think I can help you.
Really? Well, that's great. Then we could... Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this?
I would really like to see how the play turns out.
With you helping me acquire the right talent, I'd wager it's going to be phenomenal.
We'll see about that.
I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Aethus. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunwich, Diana at the King's Coffin. But unfortunately, I got no idea of where we might find a suitable Aethus. Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment. I'll turn us a profit or die trying.
Okay.
Ah, Watcher. Good, you have arrived.
Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man meat to dangle from a wrist? As easily forgotten as set aside.
Ferrante wraps his thumb over his golden sword, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benoit. I must admit, I did not expect you to leave him alive, but I think it a shrewd decision. Whatever understanding you come to, I do believe could prove advantageous for us in the future.
Oh, surely for me. I don't know about you.
Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
I didn't bother with Benwick just for your praise.
No, as my memory serves me, you did not. And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
With a sweep of his arm, he offers a magnificent cloak.
However, There is another matter of which we must now speak. I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
I've read accounts of an undead ship that flies at the Darkosi flag, yes.
It would seem I have undervalued you, Watcher. I will not mince words, as you undoubtedly know what we are up against. This galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a frightful legend. We have been losing ships at sea, Amica, and not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say. Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood.
Sun-blistered and raw-boned, the pirate regards you both with a discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip, but keeps quiet.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can.
The pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Ferrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, Mom. Ready as I'm like to get me.
With a shiver, the pirate turns her black button eyes to you. Do you think you will think hard and recount every detail you can, understand? What happened to you?
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere. Was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
Tell me about them, the undead.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes.
Oh, we know one of those.
The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferros of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
How were you taken by surprise on the open sea?
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the Spectre ship skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
When did this happen? She ruffled a hand through her short hair, scowls.
Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
Again, her fingers hesitate close to her hip, the fabric crinkled there, where a pistol might normally be strapped. A muscle ticks in Ferrante's jaw, but he otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
How would you survive the attack?
Calling me craven? Huh, sure, I am. Took a knock in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me.
And that will be all. Selenia cuts a glance to Ferrante for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant. But then he turns his full gaze to her, suddenly seething, and she shrinks in on herself. Fists shaking at her sides, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time. One moment, Watcher.
Of course. Why? The secrecy? Okay, let's wait for him.
Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Revan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Revan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka. One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume.
I take it you have a plan.
Indeed, I do. Though I and mine cannot so openly venture into the depths of Neketaka, nor can we commune with the dead. You, Watcher, are adept in both of these areas, correct?
Of course.
You must search the Temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Isir's tomb within it should contain a chronicle for how and where he slayed our paladin, Revan.
Do we know anything more about Lucia Revan?
By all accounts, our Revan was a Darkotsi paladin who sailed to the Deadfire in order to safeguard a royal weapon of Old Valia. She is the epitome of Grand Valia, of magnificence, honor, and duty. Living or undead, she strives still to serve her charge. And yet, we know not why, but a Berethian priest called Isir opposed our Revan, and fiercely. They fought to the death, Revan's to be precise, in this very archipelago. Along with her life, Revan lost the sword she had sworn to protect. It has, lamentably, remained unfindable since. I believe it may be why she searches the seas yet.
Who is this Yesir the Berethian?
Regrettably, I know little but this. He was an Ediran warrior priest of Berath, and a significantly fervent one, if tales are to be believed. He chased our Dakotsi to the Deadfire, hunting her to, well, to her death. Shortly after slaughtering our brave paladin, the priest died, possibly of sickness, or perhaps from a festering battle wound. He was entombed in honor of his service to Berath in Neketaka's sacred stair.
Yes, Neketaka. Neketaka. We'll go to Neketaka eventually. I'll see what I can do.
Gelarde, do return when you've any lead that may navigate us to where the floating hangman anchors. I will be waiting.
Kill him, wait an hour, then pull any gold teeth. Easy as pie.
You're an idiot. Wait a minute, wait an hour. Alive, dead, it makes no difference at all.
I've pulled plenty of gold teeth. I know the right way of it.
Maybe I'll pull your teeth just to prove you wrong.
What do you know? It really does make no difference. You, out.
What?
Is that
Orleans.
how everyone handles disagreements around here?
At the bar, you find a tall man with salt grey hair and strikingly bright blue eyes. His face sports a handful of long scars that continue his neck and disappear beneath the collar of his shirt. He looks up from wiping down the counter when you approach and gives you a broad, disarming smile.
Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the King's Coffin. What can I do for you?
Your tavern looks a lot like an old ship.
Figured that out all on your own, did you?
Yes!
You're right, though. Inherited an old dhow from my dad when he passed. Right piece of shit it was, too. Realised I was bound to make more coin turning her into a tavern than letting her rot in her berth.
Okay, let's
What
see
do you
what...
want?
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you, loyal patron.
Voice monotone, the wizard examines her nails as she speaks. How did you end up among these
I
pirates?
was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. It turned out not to be such a sure thing, and now Harker owns my arse until I can pay off the debt.
Oh, and I won't be able to help you. What a shame.
Of course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks, they all got added onto my tab at the end of the day.
Palandra needs you for her play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money.
Okay.
The dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere.
Is there anything else I can do to get you out?
Talk it over with Harker. Maybe you'll be feeling generous. A more likely possibility is he'll try and put a knife between your ribs. Assuming he doesn't, or you survive it, you ought to know he hides his money in his private quarters. Would be a shame if someone stole it.
Yes, would be a shame indeed. Huh. Harker, you... Yep, it's him.
Oh, God have mercy on me.
Hunched on his hands and knees, quivering and drenched in sweat, the parrot lets out a pain-filled groan.
Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity. Andre, save me now.
What's wrong with you?
My ship was attacked and boarded by pirate hunters. Didn't know if we'd be able to get away, so I swallowed down my most valuable possession. Gutty's black tear. A gemstone, about the size of my fist.
How the fuck were you able to swallow that? I once tried to swallow a whole grape and I nearly suffocated because it got stuck in my throat. And you want to tell me you swallowed a gemstone about the size of your fist? I think you swallowed it the other way around.
Of course now it ain't coming out of either end. Been trying all manner of foul concoctions to no effect on account of my stomach being too strong. Years of sailing the storm-racked seas will do that to you. Started feeling an intense pain 2 days ago. I think I might be dying. I can't even crawl no more.
If I help you get it out, I want the gem.
You can take it. What I used to think was a blessed treasure has become my curse. Any price is worth getting it out of me. Rosanella's got a stand in the Radiant Court. She's been supplying me with some experimental concoctions, tweaking them after. Tell her the last one actually came close to working.
And let me tell you, we are boiling this gemstone once we get it.
My, aren't you a pretty one?
An older woman looks you up and down and smiles, revealing several gold teeth.
Did you need help with something, my dear?
What do you do here?
Isn't it obvious? I entertain, of course. It'll cost you 50 pyres, naturally. And don't let the wrinkles fool you. I'm still young at heart, and I've got more experience than most.
No, thank you. How would you feel about playing the part of Eotas on stage?
What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is.
You just need to speak a few lines, stand there, and look intimidating.
Intimidating I can do. Reciting a bunch of namby-pamby lines is going to be the trickier part, but I'm game to try.
Great. He sighs as he straightens his spine, standing even taller over you.
Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Rosanella. Who the hell is Rosanella? Or maybe somewhere here. Ah, okay.
Looking
We have
for work.
bottles.
I've got.
So you're the captain the old pork's been talking about. Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort. Welcome to Dunwich. What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
What do you know about the floating hangman? Her eyes go wide, and she fumbles a bottle of spirits, spilling rum all over the counter.
No one survives the floating hangman, or so they say. It's the ship of the dead. You spy it on the horizon, you flee as fast as you can.
Okay. Pietro sent me to you. Ah, we know Pietro! We saw Pietro in the prison.
I guess the last concoction I made for him didn't do the trick then. Poor bastard. There's one last tincture recipe I know that won't kill him. Probably. It's called Andra's Bile, but I don't have all the ingredients in stock.
Of course.
You'll need a rotten hagfish, an unripened palm stone, and a vial of fire kelp extract. Have him mix it all with a half tankard of grog, and well, hope for the best.
Where can I find the ingredients?
Check the barrels around Lifter's Refuse for the rotten hagfish.
Okay.
You might be able to find unripened palm stone for sale somewhere in Radiant Court.
Okay, here.
Harker in the King's Coffin usually keeps some fire kelp extract on
Ah.
hand for special purposes. Be careful when dealing with that one.
Why do I need to get a rotten hagfish and not a regular hagfish?
The goal is to make him vomit, remember? A rotting hagfish produces a special oil once it reaches a certain level of decay.
And why didn't you try it earlier?
I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh? He'll have stuff dribbling out of both ends for a week. Maybe two if he's really unlucky.
And I forgot to speak to the lady. Ah, I'm doing
What can I
great.
do for you?
Oh, yeah. I want to pay off Terna's debt.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable. Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so sweet as your offer is, you can keep your money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
He turns away and begins fiddling with something beneath the bar. As he does, you spy a red-handled pistol stuffed into the band of his breeches. If folks hear you're keeping a debtor as a slave, they might not be so keen to gamble here. Savvy?
That's a shrewd observation. Maybe you're not so easy a mark after all. Tierna's free to go.
Got any fire kelp extract for sale?
Sure do. And at a generously discounted price too. 250 pies.
I get that you guys are pirates, but you're really getting on my nerves.
Be careful you don't get any of it in your eyes. Burns like a mother. Oh, burns like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't wish that sting on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. Actually, yeah, I would.
He chuckles deeply to himself as he hands you the vial of fire kelp extract. Farewell. Okay, so we just need to give it to Pietro and it will be okay.
Damn my God! Just kill me now! Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity! Andra, save me now!
Just eat the stuff. Hands trembling, Pietro hastily mixes the contents into a wooden mug half filled with water. With a final nervous swallow, he lifts the mug to his lips and downs the concoction. After several moments, nothing happens, and he shakes his head. expression grim. But then he goes white as a sheet. His throat mottles red and his mouth pops open in a little of surprise.
Oh, God! He's coming out the other end now!
Iron Gat scoops up the vomit-coated gemstone, what looks to be a black pearl the size of a small rock. He gives it a quick wipe down before thrusting it into your hands.
Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I need a change of bottoms.
Biting back a curse, he hurries off.
But I'm not beholden to them.
I can certainly sympathize.
I've got actors for you.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taerna back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play. And now that we've got a real big brute for Aethys, we can put on a proper play.
You're welcome.
Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased.
She spreads her hands as if about to take a bow, but instead she snaps her fingers together and the stage darkens behind her, signaling the start of the show. Let's watch.
Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews, the Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. Two ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture, months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island, that be the Green Menace. We're doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the dawn stars, for they have summoned me. And now I must feed.
'Twill be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
And that's the story of how Aethys sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated. They love us, do you think? They God's damned loved us thanks to you.
Oh, and we were paid for that. Nice. So, you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in. But I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are. And unlike my unfortunately blockheaded second-in-command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Ellis, commander of the God's 10 New Blood Principi, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight. Which is to say, I promise not to get you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hearthside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you got my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh and their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Eldis. P.S. This is not a trap. Why would I destroy the letter? I'm not gonna destroy the letter, come on. It feels kinda too late to get into them. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Captain O'Aldy's invited to parley, ain't you? I'm to keep an eye out. It's so I can provide you an escort when you arrive.
We don't.
Right this way, Captain. It's my pleasure to show our honoured guest around. Aye, it sure is.
Okay.
You must be Captain. Glad you could make it, Loveson.
The battle-hardened captain rubs the underside of her chin as she regards you pleasantly. Her mist-colored eyes, one raven-wing black and the other an icy blue, rove up and down your face.
Like what you see?
A golden sullen gleams against the scarred skin of her chest. When you notice it, she flips it to reveal the mark of her tattoos on the other side.
The mark on this side, it means I'm the second highest rank on the Council of Captains. I'm but one chair below that cockrot Ferrante. I see you met my right hand and fourth chair on the Council of Captains. He can be a real trying sort, but I trust him with my life.
We worked out a deal.
It's not easy to bend Benny to listen. I'm impressed. Of course, I can't say he's had much nice to say about you.
A prideful smile tags at the corners of her lips, and she spins the golden soul end on its string between her breasts.
But you've certainly caught my interest and attention. I admire a woman who doesn't back down. You've got guts, and not just smattered in your hair. I'd like to partner with you.
I got your message.
Forgive me for dragging you all this way, but I find the proposition of a partnership best works in person.
Okay, I understand that.
Me and mine within the Principe would make for powerful allies on your side. But would you give us loyalty in return? That I'd like to know.
Of course, if we formed a partnership.
Suppose we've to give each other a test. Make sure it's a good fit. Say you wanted to entice an alliance of like-minded captains. You might start by aiding one of my best in Nekataka. She smuggles through the Undercroft.
Again, Nekataka. We need to go to the Nekataka so they stop talking about Nekataka.
Goes by the name of Mad Morena, she does. And let me tell you, Dove, she's earned the moniker.
The Undercroft?
It's a hidden port. But I'm sure you'll find it, unaided by me. You've a bright future ahead of you, Watcher. See that you don't tarnish it by flying the wrong pirate's flag. Out with the stale and in with the new, eh? I know you've met with Ferrante, that you may even be working for him, that pribbling cockrot.
With a flick of her fingers, the captain swipes a goblet of God's killer rum off her desk. She takes a long swig before pointing at you.
But that doesn't mean you can't partner with me instead. Don't do anything to let him catch on. Just keep me appraised of certain future events as they shape up.
You want me to spy for you?
How clever you are. No need to commit to it now. You just think on it the next time you're toiling for a man who'd happily gut you. After you've done his bidding, given half the chance.
I can say the same about you. Precisely the same. You are all pirates.
When the time's right, we'll our strategy. Well, what can I do you, Loveson?
So, what sort of thing do you like to do in your leisure time?
What? Like for hobbies? When I'm not out plundering the seas, I'm right here ruling my fleet. Suppose I like a good bit of target practice. And of course, who doesn't like rum and a hot bath? Don't guess you like the same?
I could go for a hot bath right now, in fact. She throws her head back and laughs.
Well, sure. You're welcome to use mine.
Nice.
But perhaps later, when there's less of a crowd around.
Oh, you want to use it as well. No. Now I get it. About Ferrante.
Something for me, Dove?
Suppose.
I'm all ears.
Apparently, an old dark cozy paladin, Lucia Revan, commands the floating hangman.
The floating hangman is the remains of the Fonferus. Interesting. Quite very interesting. I had heard rumors as to such. The floating hangman flies a flag featuring the burning palace from Old Valia.
Already lost in fort. Eldest gives you an absent note and some coins. That's some easy coin. Ferrante asked me to search Neketaka for information on the floating hangman.
Neketaka? But why there, lovesome? Well, go on then. I'm sure you've heard our saying, share and share, as is the law of the coast.
I'm to find Isir, the Berefian's eulogy. He killed Lucia Revan and is buried in Neketaka's catacombs.
And one or both of them are of interest to us in acquiring the floating hangman for our own means. I see. This Lucia Revan, I know her name. She captained the Fonferus some 2 centuries ago. If you find anything else, be sure to let me know. As you wish, Dove. I am happily and wholeheartedly at your disposal. At least until I get bored.
Perhaps can you tell me about the new blood in Principe?
We're the future, and we ain't going nowhere. We're pirates, lovesome. We own this sea, and the sea loves us back in her twisted way. Ferrante pines for a homeland he's never seen. But what does Old Valia mean to me or my crew? We're not Valian, and we never will be. Though if you're Valian and you want to join our bloodline, you're more than welcome.
But weren't you founded by refugees from Old Valia?
Generations ago. And I grew like a weed in the deerwood, you see? You say Consueglo me casitas. I say Council of Captains. You say Principe. I say best pirates in the Deadfire. You say Swollenet. I say, well, some things stay the same.
Okay. But yeah, I think we can keep Shorty as a pet. What's happening?
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind.
Not you again.
The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000,000 bells ringing all at once.
Wait, is it Grieving Mother?
You are alone.
No.
And then you are not.
For fuck's sake, not you guys. No, I don't want you guys.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from veins of luminous Adra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Margran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Ondra would approve of that plan.
Wodica throws her head back and laughs. The sound is a dry, rasping bark.
Ondra could do with a new act. Her current one has grown rather stale.
Where are the other gods?
They see to their own affairs. You will speak to them in time, should you have the need.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword.
You are the kith who attempted to convince my priest Durrance that I conspired with Wodica's mad ploy to seize power. You failed, of course.
Sorry about that.
A ribbon of smoke curls from the corner of her mouth, and she turns her attention about to Wodica. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Magran looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
You need me on Iora, so it is my fucking business.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, When he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
He is too dangerous. You have to destroy him.
His vessel may be destroyed, little Watcher. But Aethys is more than the vessel that holds him. He will always return, however we strike him down.
Then what's the point of this exercise?
The Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Magrin speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wodika waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
This might be the one and only moment when I agree with Wodika.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
I'll be quiet now.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
I only do this because I must.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
All those gods we've seen here are the gods of the old civilization. They were originally humans, but were ascended to godhood because they absorbed a lot of souls, so they got a lot of power, and they were ascended. The god of Island in Avowed is the only known god so far that was not ascended from a human, but was created, like it's a sentient land itself. That's why she's hated by them.